Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. What did you want to talk about this morning, my love?
So I want to talk about this twin flame chasing, specifically this notion of chasing. And I'm going to start right off with, is it chasing or is it stalking? Because there is a very big difference, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I would think, chasing, if I'm going to chase someone down the street, I'm running after them, they can see me in the background. If I'm stalking, I'm going to be like sneaking through the bushes and maybe with binoculars.
Exactly. So let's talk about that, sneaking through the bushes with binoculars. So, we're involved in a lot of different social media groups, and several of them are twin flame sites, because Jeffrey and I are twin flames, and we love to be involved in those groups because we love to hear other people that are in union, that are in love, experiencing what we're experiencing. But what does make us sad is, I would say the majority of people in those groups, I would say 95+%, if not more, are not with the person they're talking about. And so I see so many emails, or so many notifications about people saying,
Comments, yeah.
I was on my twin flames Facebook page, for example, and I was so hurt by what I've been seeing over the past 7 months. Or I've been following my twin flames Instagram, and she's posting, pictures of herself with somebody else, and I can't get past it. These stories, these comments of people that are spending all of their energy, and I'm going to use the word stalking another person's Facebook, Instagram, whatever. That is a very unhealthy place to be, and that is not part of this twin flame relationship that people talk about. So what concerns me about this whole twin flame explosion that's going on right now is that so many people are misunderstanding what a twin flame is, and they're believing that they're seeing something different, or they may have started a relationship with this person, and in the beginning it was so intense, and then the relationship went awry, and then there's this talk of, well, my twin flame's with his karmic, so I'm just having a 3D relationship with him. But I know that we'll...
3D, no, the other way around. 3D is in this life.
Sorry.
You mean 5D?
I can't even keep track of all of the different... Seriously, all the different avenues.
And we're learning this part. I mean,
Right.
Karen and I were together before we even knew what a twin flame was, and we
Right.
read it. And if you're a twin flame, if you're this, check the box. So we checked all the boxes. So, I mean, I know you're learning a lot of
But
this
now
stuff.
some of the boxes just aren't pertinent.
But what you're talking about, I just want to make sure people understand, because you have people out here that are looking into this stuff.
Right.
3D is the light world that we're in today. 5D is what we're shifting to. So
Right. So, and again, when we say we checked all the boxes, we checked the boxes that we believe are pertinent for the twin flame relationship, right?
Well, I'm saying I didn't even know what a twin flame was, and I
When-
looked at multiple. You're a twin flame when you have these 10 things, and I go through 12 things, 7 things, all
Right.
these different people.
Right.
We could check all the boxes. That's my point.
Yes.
We didn't make this up. Right?
But in that list, it doesn't say you're a twin flame when you're a runner. You're a twin flame when you're a chaser. These are not part of this twin flame relationship. And this is what I really want to help people with, and what we want to help people. In fact, we're writing a book, and we were talking today that we're going to write a second book solely on relationships, because so many people are being given misinformation that keeps them on this path of stalking. And if you are spending your energy, if you're spending your lifetime obsessed, driving past, dialing up the person, and putting the block on so they don't know it's you, if they've had to block you, which I hear a lot too. You know, you hear that somebody gets blocked on Facebook by their so-called twin flame. This is not part of a twin flame relationship.
Right. Now, somebody could be infatuated with somebody and they want to hunt them down, and I guess that's their prerogative. They're going to burn all their hours in the day trying to track this person down, but they're certainly not twin flames. This person wouldn't be blocking them, is your point, if they were the twin flame.
Yes.
Now, and when you're talking about the relationship advice, I think that's important, what Karen's talking about. I do see a lot of people talking about these relationships. Like, there are a lot of beautiful relationships out there available on this planet today that are not twin flame relationships.
Right.
You can have a beautiful relationship with another person and build that, and you can marry that person and live with them forever, and maybe obtain some marriage counseling, or maybe you don't need it. But the point is, there's a lot of relationship advice out there, and I think what you're driving at, because when someone is told, look, I have this problem with this person who's blocking me, he doesn't like me anymore, he's with somebody else, he's moved away, he runs every time he sees me, whatever it is. Oh, but that's your twin flame, you have to go after him. You know, we did a video on this. This is where it gets really dangerous.
Right.
Because when people feel that way, it's like, oh my God, this is my one and only twin flame. I have to go, no matter what the cost, to myself, my family, my friends, my job, whatever, my health. I'm just gonna track this person down. Now, by the way, anybody can make that decision and do that, and go try to hunt somebody down. I'm sure everyone out there saw someone that, oh, I thought that woman was very hot looking, I was really attracted to her. That guy, oh, I'm just gonna go find out, is he at that same bar again? Sure. That happens, right? But you're talking about, I think people become obsessed, and I think specifically because someone told them, oh yes, this is your one and only.
Exactly. Right? And that's such a great point. Listen, if you've met somebody and you didn't get their contact information and you felt there was a connection, by all means, try whatever ways you can to locate this person, ask them out, and see if there is a connection. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these people that, they may have had a relationship, or they may have a friendship, or they may have had a past relationship. Some of these people have met online and they've never met in person. Another woman is in a relationship, and there's somebody that she keeps seeing at a store, and she keeps going in there, and she's sure that this is her twin flame and that they have a soul connection. And he's told her that he has a girlfriend, and that he doesn't really like to have any kind of relationship with business people. I mean, he's been very polite about it. And she actually reached out to him on Facebook Messenger, and then he blocked her, and yet she still feels this is her twin flame. That's really bordering on stalking.
Yeah.
And it's really important for you to understand that you might have these feelings, but you have to break it down. Is this a feeling of mystery and excitement about somebody that you find attractive and that they're also not available? A lot of people get off on that, and they make it their mission to try to get that. They're still hunting. What's happening there is there's an incompleteness within, and you need to have that 100% inner self-love, self-worth that is, again, 100% unconditional and bulletproof.
Well, when you're there, you're not really chasing or hunting anybody.
Exactly.
You don't need anybody. But I think an important point to bring up here, Karen, because there are a lot of people out there looking for the twin, and that's great. And you do have to look around every corner and under every rock, but again, there's a difference between hunting people down and running into that person. So yes. Once you have this self-love that Karen's talking about, once you're whole within, you don't really need to chase anybody. The way the universe works with twin flames, you'll be brought together like two magnets attracting. That's 100%. The way it works. And you don't have to chase anybody down. And when you meet the person and you're both at this stage, there's no running and chasing. I mean, it just doesn't work that way when you're both full of self-love. That's the way the universe works. The two of you come together, you're attracted together, and there's no running and chasing.
Exactly.
Right.
Those were my exact words. The universe will bring you together. if you're chasing, especially for those who are getting blocked, um, even if every now and again you're unblocked and maybe you get a text, that person is still not, this is not a twin flame relationship. The twin flame relationship is not just this sexual intensity that you have with this other person. Um, that is definitely a big part of it, no doubt. We're together, married almost 30 years, and I can tell you that's a huge part of it, but it's only a part of it. The other really key elements are that you want to be with this person and they want to be with you. And that's how the twin flame relationship is a little bit different than a soulmate relationship, right, which can also be the most incredible, beautiful love affair as well. But the twin flame relationship is usually people that are twin flames have this strong desire to be together constantly, to always be touching. The connection is, it's a little bit hard to explain the mental, physical, spiritual. This physical's easy. We all know about that. And you can have that intensity with a soulmate. You can also have that intensity with a stranger. Right? I mean, do you ever see somebody and you're like, your mind just goes crazy? And I think maybe that woman that keeps going to the store, she has these lovely fantasies, which there's nothing wrong with any of that. But a fantasy is a fantasy. It's not a twin flame, nor is it part of it. So if your relationship is all about you chasing somebody who doesn't want to be with you, think about that. They don't want to be with you. That just means that you are chasing something that you know today doesn't exist. And it doesn't feel good.
Well, it doesn't feel good, so you have to move on. Just move on to the next event in your life, the next interaction. And, maybe the next person will be the twin flame. Or maybe it's your beautiful soulmate, right?
Right, but none of that will happen until you look within, because anybody who is fully complete with that bulletproof self-worth, self-love, unconditional self-love would not be accepting a relationship where they're chasing somebody who doesn't want to be caught, someone who doesn't want to be with them. So think about that. And if you have any questions about this, I'm sure we're going to get comments, on all different phases of this. And, I don't mean to be calling those of you who think I might be directing it to you stalkers. It's more that I want you to get yourself, your inner self-love whole so that you can experience what we have. That's our ultimate goal. That's our divine mission as twin flames. We figured that out when we got engaged, and we started, the universe brought us in combination with other couples that were having issues. And we started giving some, advice in our thoughts, and many of them realized that they weren't meant to be together, and many of them realized that they were meant to be together, and they had a greater understanding of how to nurture and grow all that. So that's our only goal, is so that you can have, whether it's with a soulmate or a twin flame, this beautiful experience of love. We don't want you spending your life chasing something that is really unhealthy for you.
Right. And everybody, the greatest gift, I always say this, is our freedom of choice. So you have a choice. If you don't want to listen to this and you want to keep chasing, I'll put a link down below. Maybe we can get some night vision goggles.
You're so funny.
No.
One of the things that drew me to Jeffrey was his humor, and it never gets old for me, ever. I just love that about you.
If you keep touching me, I'm going to turn this camera off and take you back to bed.
Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love. Go turn that camera off, baby.